All AMA organizers are required to complete the risk management training yearly. This is a required training to be able to sanction events with the AMA. These are recommendations to ensure that your event is safe for you and your participants. After watching, please complete the review questions found on AmericanMotorcyclist.com. Liability is a legal term for responsibility and obligation that can be incurred under practically any circumstances. Often, liability is connected to the perception of authority, so when somebody or some organization is presumed to be in charge, they may become liable in a legal context. When something goes wrong at an organized event, the organizer may be sued. The insurance policy provided by the preferred insurance provider for AMA-sanctioned events covers the cost of a defense in addition to providing liability coverage. This exposure to liability can be increased when the public is involved with your event. The mix of participants and spectators creates unique liability exposure to an organizer. This exposure can be mitigated through thoughtful planning and risk management. The AMA requires a minimum of $1 million in event liability coverage for sanctioned events. As an organizer, you may use either the preferred insurance provider or an alternative coverage that meets specifications approved by the AMA. Details of requirements for insurance obtained from an alternate provider can be found on the AMA website. The AMA does not operate the preferred insurance provider program, nor does the AMA earn money from the insurance premiums that AMA organizers pay to the preferred provider. The AMA's role is to negotiate special insurance rates with the preferred insurance provider. This leverage is created by the large pool of motorcycle and ATV event organizers participating in the preferred insurance program. Anyone who conducts an event, is a sponsor or landowner for a motorcycle or ATV event, is subject to potential bodily injury and property damage negligence claims related to the event. For competition events, the organizer may also have an errors and omissions exposure related to the scoring of an event. While significant exposure comes from participants and spectators, a claim can come from any number of sources. Insurance protects you, your club members, participants, your sponsors, your employees and volunteers, the landowners you work with, and the AMA. The preferred insurance provider offers event liability coverage only for sanctionable activities listed in the current AMA rulebooks. Comparing the preferred insurance provider's policy to others is not always comparing apples to apples. You have to understand the group policy and how it affects everyone. Coverage rates are based on the event type, number of attendees, and number of days the event is held. The coverage can also include camping, setup, and teardown at no extra charge the day immediately prior to and after your event. Insurance rates can be found on the AMA website within the sanction application. Coverage includes public, spectator, and participant legal liability. The preferred insurance provider's coverage automatically includes additional insureds, such as event site landowners, managers or lessors, event racing vehicle owners and sponsors, general event sponsors, event riders, crew, officials, and all other event participants that have been issued AMA-authorized event credentials. Additional insureds can be added on the insurance form. Additional activities taking place at the event, such as stunt shows, concerts, amusements, rides, and the like, must be noted on the sanction application. Extra activities are not sanctioned events, as they are not listed in the rulebooks. These activities are not covered unless additional insurance is acquired. In addition, organizing uninsured activities in conjunction with AMA-sanctioned activity may put your event coverage at risk. An event organizer or sponsor assumes the responsibility to adequately protect participants, spectators, and third parties by its design of the event, access to the event, and control of the event. Participants, spectators, or third parties may file bodily injury claims. Participants injured on a ride or at an event can sue the organizer or sponsor for negligence by alleging they improperly designed the course or route, improperly controlled the speed, or knew the conditions were not safe. Injury may occur from one rider hitting another rider. In this case, a participant might allege the organizer or sponsor exercised improper control over the participant. Spectators or third-party claims usually result from inadequate protection or failure to restrict access to the event. If a participant crashes into a spectator, the claim will usually involve an allegation that the organizer or sponsor inadequately provided physical protection, setbacks, or physical barriers for spectators. Third-party property damage claims can result from a participant, organizer, or sponsor causing damage to third-party property. Examples are when a participant loses control and hits a third-party vehicle, or a participant crashes and spills oil and gasoline, causing damage to third-party property. General liability coverage, including premises liability and the business owner's policies, will not cover the most likely claims, as the policy excludes coverage for participants and will exclude claims related to the use of auto, motorcycle, or mobile equipment, and will have limited pollution liability coverage. The policy provided through the AMA Preferred Insurance Provider is designed to extend coverage for these circumstances. The waiver of liability provided by the AMA Preferred Insurance Provider is your first line of defense in the event of a claim and/or subsequent legal action. Although, it's important to understand that the waiver will not stop you from being sued and the need to provide a defense. All event participants, spectators, workers, and volunteers must sign the appropriate waiver of liability. It's your responsibility to ensure that the waiver is completely and accurately filled out. Each sheet must be witnessed by the legal adult operating the front gate or registration. It should include the description and location of the event and the event dates at the top, along with the signature, title, and address of the witness at the bottom on both sides. Make sure that you list all dates of a multi-day event on the waiver. For instance, if you admit participants onto the event site premises on Friday night for a Saturday and Sunday event, make sure the event dates on the waiver include all 3 days. Participants are defined as all persons who are in the restricted area in an authorized capacity related to the event, or with the permission of someone having the authority to permit entry, including but not limited to riders, mechanics, invited guests, actual event officials, announcers, ambulance crews, newspersons, gate workers, and any other such persons. Anyone who will be near a moving motorcycle should sign the waiver of liability. During events, many participants may be unknown to you. It is strongly suggested that you require identification when registering participants. Additionally, the witness should review each liability waiver as it is signed. This way, you can ensure someone's idea of a joke, like signing the name of their favorite celebrity, doesn't become a costly inaccuracy later. If a claim is filed by a participant and you are unable to produce a signed release form, the claim may be denied by the insurance provider's underwriter, and you may not be covered. A correctly completed and signed release is much more likely to hold up in court than a signed release full of inaccuracies. Waivers carry different weight in various state legal systems, but it is a critical piece of your risk management plan. A minor cannot participate in an AMA event unless the minor waiver of liability is completed and signed by the minor and both parents, legal guardians, or authorized adults. The age requirement for a minor is the legal age of majority, as defined by state statute. After the event, all original releases must be sent to the AMA, along with all post-event paperwork within 14 days following your event. The AMA must be called immediately on the first business day after the event for serious injuries as described on the injury report form. Police or EMT reports are not required, but would be helpful for the file. Be sure to make copies of the originals to keep for your records prior to sending to the AMA. An AMA Statement of Responsibility poster must be displayed at all public motorcycle activities in a conspicuous place. Posters can be ordered directly from the AMA. Promoting organizers should consider general liability and casualty property insurance, directors and officers liability insurance, and a participant accident coverage plan. These additional insurances are not required, but are a good idea. It's also wise to incorporate your organization to protect personal assets. Check with your legal counsel to review your policies, how your assets are managed, and your organization's documents. The goal of a risk management plan is to minimize risk to protect yourself and others associated with your event. Common strategies that will bolster your risk management plan include having a trained and educated staff, Look for staff or volunteers who are mature, experienced, alert, and calm under pressure. Every AMA organizer is required to have a dedicated risk management officer who completes risk management training every year and educates others in their organization. Properly trained flaggers, corner workers, trail bosses, road captains, and sweep riders are essential to your safety plan. The minimum age for corner workers, flaggers, trail bosses, and road captains must be 16 years of age. Road captains should also have a valid motorcycle endorsement. You must also establish a process for staff to respond to incidents at your sanctioned event. Having adequate infrastructure. Perimeter fencing of the facility will reduce trespassing and theft of equipment. Additional fencing and other means of crowd control should be implemented to keep riders and spectators separate. Clearly mark pedestrian walkways, entranceways, registration areas, and restricted and spectator areas in order to manage traffic flow. Make sure electrical panels, generators, AC units, equipment, and storage areas are inaccessible to the public. Inspect the event grounds, mow, pick up debris, and fill in potholes. Regular maintenance reduces tripping and ankle twisting. Make sure bleachers and grandstands are in good condition. Reliable communication both internally with cell phones or radios and between the participants and spectators through the loudspeaker, for instance, is critical, especially in emergency situations. Emergency response. Develop an emergency response binder that educates staff and volunteers and make this binder available on-site during the event. The binder should list the nearest emergency response locations and contact info. It should also have a severe weather plan. For competition events, reference the AMA rulebook for the severe weather policy. The AMA encourages organizers to keep events alcohol-free. If you choose to sell, serve, or dispense alcohol, your liability increases substantially. Liquor liability coverage is not provided through the preferred insurance provider. If you intend to sell liquor to the public at your event, you will need to provide separate coverage and name the American Motorcyclist Association as an additional insured. This video is intended to provide you with a brief overview of risk management as an event organizer. The AMA values you as an organizer and looks forward to a long, mutually beneficial relationship, promoting the motorcycle lifestyle and protecting the future of motorcycling. Please complete the review questions found on AmericanMotorcyclist.com in order to fulfill your AMA charter requirements. If you have any questions, please contact the AMA at 800-262-2643 or clubs@ama-cycle.org.